Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of the 3rd season of Overlord. And last episode, mistakes were made because the people decided it would be a great idea to try to raid the tomb of Nazarick. And although a lot of the traps were turned off for budget-saving reasons, it still was far, far more dangerous than they anticipated or could handle, which is a lesson they learned quickly enough. Some of them, more than others, I'm sure regret this decision, but I'm sure they all do to at least some degree. We ended off on our adventures, well, our Foresight members, making it to the Coliseum where the twins kind of hang out, and also the big bad Overlord himself is. So this should be fun. I am kind of looking forward to how this goes. And yeah, last episode I actually didn't pick up on the fact that the one asshole had his elf slaves' ears cut off. But yeah, that's pretty messed up. I'm glad that guy got what was coming to him, and it makes the scene of them just kicking him that much better. But yeah, just anyway, time to get into the next episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Foolish indeed. I don't think this is a fair fight. looking good, man. Good looking corner, man. Well, this is gonna be an experience for them, I'm sure. But yeah, the weirdest thing about seeing Ainz like that is it's weird to see his head because it's usually covered mostly, so it usually feels bigger than it actually is. So it definitely feels weird to see it like that. But yes, welcome to Nazareth, guys. I hope you enjoy your stay. The show comes out far too early in the day. That armor will not help you. You might think it will, but it won't. Voracity. Yeah, that mouth thing there, I think that's actually on the cover art for the season, so whatever that is, I think it might be important. And yeah, you actually see them in the arena there, so, you know, that'd be also an important scene. Oh, the shot of the two twins, their faces close to each other. A handful of hope. You would know if you read the subtitles like I did. Yeah, don't worry, it'll all be fine, I'm sure. You can always try. You look like you just got out of a bath or something. You're not bowing deep enough. Not that hard to say. It's too late for apologies, my man. How much gold are we talking here? Negotiations don't seem to be going well so far. That is true. I mean, permission can only really be given by Ainz, so... this argument. Yeah, I'm interested in hearing exactly how they're gonna... I don't know people. What are you talking about? Giant of a monster. A shiny monster. Looking for an escape route. I cannot promise you that. Man, he's sweating. You're pretty good at keeping a somewhat cool face, all things considered. I guess it's funny. It really didn't know. I think you might have made a mistake. Yeah, you could have at least taken your shoes off at the entrance, people. I don't think I've ever seen him this angry before. Good God. Oh. Okay, there we go. You're gonna think you're bipolar or something. Well, obviously. I was trying to think of what monster you could possibly be referring to, but... and I bet Elf could hear pretty well. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Uh... Wow, Sheltier, calm down up there. It's very weird seeing Ainz like this. He just looks like a regular skeleton. Really getting his hands dirty here. I mean, for one thing, he's not a melee fighter, so that makes it weird by itself. Yeah, he may not look like it to you, but he is a spellcaster. Weird looking arrowheads, but... oh, if you want to use your flash technique, feel free. It's really cool to see them actually work together to fight what's essentially a raid boss here. But they're no match. Like Twister? Or Shiritori? Or is it a time to give him some hugs? The legendary Ainz hug. Yes, that's what we're saying. What? What? But he clearly is a spellcaster. Oh god. Apparently he was repressing it. That was amazing, actually. I don't know why, but I got a kick out of that. Just takes off the ring and she realizes what she was up against. That was awesome. She needs your robber dick, robber dick. I mean your magic, that's what I meant. Man, they're finally starting to get it. That's pretty good for them, I suppose, but... if he doesn't want you to escape, then no, you're not going to escape, but... I don't really see you guys dying in this scene. At least not all of you. At least Magic's viewing girl is gonna survive, if nothing else. It really is watching like an RPG party taking down a, well, attempting to take down an endgame boss, but just we know the endgame boss. Like, personally, that's the only real difference. Dull Pain. That's a useful ability. I think you might have felt that, at least a breeze. Yeah, do you understand yet that this is futile? What exactly is with the big collar? The cheating known as being overpowered. I don't think he has a weakness, really. I mean, he does in, like, light magic and stuff like that, but nothing that you can actually capitalize on worth anything. Well, there goes him. Not dead, but I think he's out of the fight. Probably. Oh, she was going Himabaka, okay. You tell her off. You're very mouthy considering your position. Are you referring to the Great Wizard? Oh no. Well, about that. I mean, he could put up a fight against Heinz, technically. I just love seeing Heinz actually get to be full-on overpowering Overlord. Yeah, if you want to flee like some kind of coward, go ahead. Yes, you're also the cutest girl in the party, so you have to survive. You're also blonde, which is very important in the show, but... no. Here's some death flags for you. Man, she sounded like she was gonna break as she said that. No, his karmas are way better. Sure, why not? Yeah, at least do that, Heinz. Okay, then we're good. You can kill everyone else. Shelter, who made her presence known earlier. I guess that's something. It is a form of mercy if it's even not as much as you were hoping for. Or I was hoping for. She might still escape, though. And they're dead. Was that a I'm low on MP glowing sound effect thing? That name, I just can't take it seriously. I just can't do it. Any scene where that name is said just kind of ruins any seriousness, really. Oh. Scared the shit out of me, Shaltier. uh... Of course, doesn't want to go anywhere near him because none of the girls like him. Uh, and they really don't like him. Not a good one, I can tell you that much. Wow, I don't think he would want that. Because he's evil. Yeah, that's really what the important thing here is. I mean, we are still looking for other Yggdrasil members. I don't think we've actually made much progress with that. At least not people I'm, new. Oh, not invisible walls. This really is a video game. Yeah, you're not actually outside. I could have told you that. It's hard to believe, isn't it? It's probably not. Not without some sort of help. So just... Oh. Are they really gonna kill her off? I didn't think they would, but... Oh. I'm sure that makes her feel way better. That... I want that hug too. I don't know what you're complaining about. That... Okay, now it got worse, but... Until now it was pretty good. You know, the hugging and the licking, but, it went downhill quickly after that. Well, rest in peace, Foresight. I just loved Aura's reaction about having Mara do it. That just still up in my head. Just the way she said it. Efficient use, huh? Uh... Oh god. I mean... I guess they're going for like a comparison of like, using all of the deer when you hunt it, but it's just... Being a human is just really messed up. To the point where I really couldn't say much. Oh, yeah, oh god. I didn't even think about this. That's... Don't do this to me. Please stop. It ends off on that note, too. You know, Overlord has had its dark moments, you know, it's... I'm not gonna deny that, but there's never been a moment where I almost teared up until now. But that last scene... That hit me pretty hard. Yeah. Yeah, everyone. Man, you're old. I'm kinda surprised we have a stinger, to be honest. I guess the novel they're talking about is the one that, like, you know, financed this whole expedition. I guess, I don't know. Oh. Like, the one dragon from season 2? Or... No, I think that's a different dragon. Like the branch-looking horns. Oh. Okay, apparently it's a Nazareth dragon. I didn't know that. I know, right? They have a dragon. Uh, Interesting that he sent the Dark Elves on this ambassador mission. I know, right? How rude can you get? Uh, as a start. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can make our point clear. Uh, let's see how your elite 4 guards can handle a Nazareth invasion. And yeah, there it ends off for real. Okay, that was the 8th episode of the 3rd season of Overlord. And yeah, don't break chair. Okay, so we started off with a continuation of our raid on Nazareth, with the Coliseum room where the Foresight members kind of just, arrived. And Hines decided to greet them personally, which they probably weren't too happy about once they started to understand just how powerful he was. Because for a while there, he was really holding back. He was actually fighting them as a melee fighter. Not only that, he wasn't even using his special, black armor that he uses for his guild stuff. He just was just, I got a sword and a shield. I'm fighting, I got a ring blocking my magic and this huge collar, which probably has a reason to be there, but I don't know what it is. And yes, it was funny because the one girl with the special ability of detecting magic, she said, "Shh, what do you want about this guy? This guy doesn't have magic. What are you talking about?" Oh god, oh my god, that's the most magic I've ever seen in my life, and then she just vomits immediately. I just love the almost no hesitation between the ring being taken off and her just vomiting. Like that really just said it all. Like it was a great way of handling that, just that reveal to them of the magic. She didn't say anything. It was just an instant, immediate bodily reaction. That was pretty great. I like how they handled that, and how they just they all just. That was the moment they realized this was a lost fight. The guy that was handling Haverick, Nagarick, whatever the leader's name was handling him in combat, melee combat just fine. Is not a melee fighter at all. He's a spellcaster. So once you realize that, you're screwed pretty much. And he pretty much just fought all four of them. Just I don't know why he decided to do this personally, but I guess he was just that upset that they were there. Although this was kind of like their plan to begin with, Nazarik's plan. Although it was technically Demiurge's plan that I just went along with because we're still going through that whole we want to become a country plan. And I guess the logic behind this was justification to start a war with them. That's what I'm leaning towards, the reasoning behind this, because I wasn't sure for a while exactly why this whole thing was happening. But if it was supposed to be like a justification to go in war, which countries do that sometimes, they bait someone into attacking to them so they can feel fully justified in declaring war and attacking them back. That's a common thing. Yeah, it makes a bit more sense if that's what the play was here. And in the end, yeah, the Dark Elves just by themselves, it seems seemingly, with a dragon, just went to declare war. I guess they're just there to declare war, and that the actual war itself is not going to start yet. It'll be further down the line. They'll bring their true forces, I guess, is how they're handling this. But yeah, one way or the other, the Balharuth Empire has an interesting the event ahead of it to deal with. They seem to like war, going to rule war with the Re-Estais Kingdom is kind of a thing they liked. So let's see how they like a war with the country of Nazarick. I don't think that'll be as fun for them. Just saying. But yeah, the bulk of the episode was Ainz dealing with the Foresight members. And I was kind of wondering, I was kind of going back and forth in my head, wondering how this would play out, if they would all die, if they would all escape, if only one of them would escape. Because I figured, but the two most likely scenarios would be they either all died, or only the girl with, the noble family and sisters and all that, only she would have successfully escaped. Because they were kind of building her up to be the only one that really mattered out of this group. Everybody else was kind of meh, especially Robert Dick. He was the most forgettable member of them. And all of them were kind of fairly forgettable, with the exception of her, who had a special ability. They actually went into her backstory, which is something they didn't really do for the other Foresight members, really. They just not really much at all. I mean, we just had some conversations here and there. They were just really building up to be like she was one that mattered out of this group. So it just seemed like that's what they were kind of building up to, like her be the sole survivor, and she would continue more on in the story in a different direction. But no, it doesn't seem like that's what they decided to do. They decided to just kill her off and make good use of her body. That's kind of what they were talking about, and that was definitely the roughest part of the episode to watch. Is just everything involving her, just her dying, the treatment of her corpse, but the worst of it really was just showing the sisters afterwards that are never going to see their sister again, but they don't know it, so they're just there, just happily thinking about her coming back, and it's not going to happen, and that causes you to think about what they're going to look like when they realize that. And it's just the worst. That really just, I really almost teared up. That was just the hardest thing to watch in that scene. Just, I had to really get myself to come back a little bit to really appreciate the cool action in the stinger. That's why I was kind of surprised we had that stinger to begin with, because usually when you have that kind of very, very sad ending before the ED plays, they kind of want you to end off on that note, really. They don't. So having a sudden bunch of action like that near the end, I don't know. That was a questionable decision, I would say. But I guess they just wanted us to know exactly what the end result of this raid on Nazarick was. So I guess that's the logic behind that. But yeah, overall, I'd say this was a really good episode of Overlord. I have no real complaints. I mean, obviously, it really punched me in the heart pretty hard, but that's not really a fault of the show or anything. It's just, it's just what it is. So yeah, that's all I really had to say on the episode. Ain's just being awesome like that. Showing the bonds of the Foresight members and the way they wanted to let one of them escape and survive while they sacrificed themselves, but it didn't matter much in the end because they all died anyway. Yeah, that pretty much was the episode. I mean, it was kind of funny when Shaltier, her reaction when Ainz just like took off her shirt, she just couldn't control herself up there. That was pretty funny. A tiny bit of comedy in this overall very serious, depressing episode. But yeah, that was a great episode, and I can't wait for more. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.